Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to IXION. Hope we're having a great day today. We've got the large, I guess it's a medium. The medium stockpile going in right here. And we're going to make this iron. I want all the things, all of the beautiful things that keep me alive to go into here. All right, I want all the iron to go into here. That's your musical earworm from the day. Great band, by the way. If you don't know that song, you're missing out. Let's get... You know, the thing is, I kind of have to prioritize these stockpiles that are next to each other if I want to keep upgrading these, right? That's the hard part about these, like, replacing things. We almost got the crew quarters upgrade. And we'll see if we upgrade these in place or if it's another one of those things where we have to replace it with something else, right? And so I'm thinking the next thing I want to do is I want to start strengthening the Tycoon's hull, because we might have to go into the storm a little bit, right? We might. I don't know. We'll see. And you can see that we take 20% less damage from impacts. We have hull deterioration whilst moving is reduced by 10%. I like all these things. And we tell them what they need to hear as an upgrade there for the EVA airlock. And this is actually a good one anyway, because the repair efficiency goes up by 10%. So I think this is the next thing we will pop in, because I believe anyway that will mean faster repairing. And so as we continue and move through the various different dangerous places we're no doubt going to be in. Oh, all right, hold on. Let's delete this one. And then let's move this one to be carbon, and this one will be alloy instead. And what I'm hoping to do, actually, we don't even need alloy here. I think ice. Hang on. We got to do this. We got to do this intelligently so that we actually get both of these eliminated, and then we can plop another one of these down for iron, because there's a lot of iron here. So I think instead what we'll do, we definitely want to move the carbon here so that this can be eliminated, but we're also over on iron. So let's go into sector 1. We don't need quite that much, but let's say 270. We should see the majority of the alloys in sector 2 get out of here now, and that should free up enough room for this to be torn down. Yes, there we go. So now we want to grab the medium stockpile again. This requires 1 electronics to build, which we don't have. So it's going to be a little bit of a difficult transition here if we can't make things. And it looks like silicon storage is the next thing that's a little bit of a problem. Temporarily, we'll make this the silicon storage. And possibly, maybe we actually can make 1 electronics. We just have to actually have one of these become electronics. It's really difficult, is what I'm saying. So we now have the optimized quarter. This holds 40 members, so it's not an upgrade to this. It's basically 2 of these. Yep, 2 of these. And instead of 30 people, you'd have 40. So what we'll do here is we'll eliminate these 4 houses, because this is still... The nice thing about this, too, is it's going to be less power, because this one holds 15 for 1 power, and this only takes 1 power as well. So not only are we housing more people, but we're also using less power. So definitely optimized, for sure. Tell them what we want to hear is next. We'll follow that up with, I think, thermal regulation for our solar panels so we can produce more power. Okay, let's take a look at our science teams. We already know what Chevy's doing, so let's head over to Valiant and see what this is doing. The planet Valiant is dead, devoid of activity of any kind. However, our scans have located the remains of a ship in orbit. The wreck of the UN warship Huizinga orbits Valiant 71. In a twist of fate, it seems that after hunting down Dolo's survivors, it fell to something even more dangerous than itself. We have visual on a cluster of UN emergency cryopods drifting towards Valiant 71. If we don't intervene, they'll enter the planet's atmosphere and be incinerated. So this ship looks like it's been destroyed by something. And something more dangerous than itself. And I gotta believe it's probably not something Dolos related, because these things are all hunting us. So to tear it apart like this, maybe an asteroid, maybe some sort of orbital debris, maybe hit it. I mean, there's lots of dangerous stuff in space, right? It could be kind of a lot of things. We see cryopods, so we can recover the materials. We cannot forget the actions. Will not attempt to recover the cryopods. Instead, we will focus on stripping the wreck of any salvageable materials. So this would get me stuff. So, I mean, that's cool. This would get me people. And I do have a couple of sectors right now that are kind of working extra hours. So I kind of do want more people. Especially if we're going to unlock new sectors, we're going to need more people. I'm going to attempt to recover all the cryopods. Cryo maneuver is dangerous, but would allow the Medusa to recover all of them. If it's successful, it's dangerous. Yeah. Attempt to recover only the closest cryopods to reduce any risk. So I feel like maybe this one's a bad idea because it specifically says dangerous here. I'm trying to use the text. I've always been trying to use the text to determine which ones are the most risky ones to do. Analyze the wreck of these things. So we could just maybe from afar, maybe up close, I don't know. We could study its wreck, but if I do this, I probably get some good stuff from this. Getting a better understanding, maybe even new text, but I don't know that. I think the one I'm going to do is recovering the cryopods closest. I think prioritizing trying to save human life is going to be a better thing. Whether or not saving UN people is going to result in some drama inside the Tycoon, that's another thing I kind of am interested in. So this is like my attempt to get non-Dolos people, like UN people, onto our ship, which no doubt is just a fable. Imagine being one of these people for a second. Just take a moment here. Imagine being one of these people, all right? It's been hundreds of years probably since the Tycoon did its thing. And you're out hunting the protagonist. You're out hunting Dolos, tracking him down. You get this happen, you go into a cryopod, and to you, this all happens instantaneously, right? You wake up in the Tycoon. Now, that's a really strange reality. You were hunting the crew of a ship hundreds of years after the original ship destroyed everything and disappeared forever. And you've only heard about it in your grandpa's stories that his dad used to tell him, right? And now you just wake up in that ship from the past. It'd be like me waking up on the Mayflower. Okay? That's crazy. Also, it'd be like waking up on the Mayflower if the Mayflower was responsible for the entire destruction of humanity. So, yeah, very different. I think I'm going to take, again, a little less risk. I think I'm going to try to recover some people. But, like, you're going down into... You're getting sucked down to the planet. I don't know if we can have time to get everybody, and it does say it's dangerous. So we'll maybe opt out of the dangerous one for now. I want to get more silicon. This is dangerous, so maybe not there. Although, like, this isn't that dangerous, right? We can get all these beautiful things. God, I'd love to get both of these things. There's just so much in here. And I need more carbon, too. I need all these things. It's only barely into the storm. We'll see if we can get those things. We have the research to have better survivability, so maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. We just need electronics badly. So I've got to have one of these be electronics. Let me take... All right, I got an idea. Maybe we don't have any capacity for it there. Let's say we want to transfer all polymers. We're already doing this. Transfer all polymers to Sector 1. But it won't do it. So I think what I have to do here is change this back to polymers. Now it's gone. Now change it back to carbon. That does seem to have worked. But now I still need to get the carbon out of here. And I would love it if it would just go in here. You know, even though there wasn't a place to store it. But that doesn't seem like something that'll happen. Let's go ahead and get optimized crew quarter here. So we do have 10 homeless in this sector now. Because we've been tearing out the homes. I'd like to do the same thing over here if possible. So why don't we go ahead and start tearing down these two houses. We'll put optimal houses in here too. We should start seeing our power draw drop from doing this. This is just overall better to do. It's just a much better upgrade, if you will, to do this way. So let's have that happen. There we go. Whoops. Whoopsie, 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 whoopsie. Let's not that. Let's go into like this. Okay. We'll build that. We should have the same resources to do it. It's, I think, yeah, 15, so it's essentially 1 alloy per person in capacity. So we get 30 back, we have to spend 40 to build it. But again, it's less power draw as well. So overall should be just a flat upgrade for everything. In addition to its capacity to hold people. So we definitely want to explore tearing all these places down and replacing them with the more efficient housing. So there we go. Go ahead and do this one. Yep. And there's lots of alloys in this sector because we send them all here. We have lots of storage for them here too. And because we have the EVA airlock here, so we need all these as much as we can get. So we'll have those things build for now over there. Get them another one build here. Yep. Another one build there. We need electronics storage. So how about we grab... Let's switch this to electronics really quick. See if we can move these alloys out of here. Yeah, over to here. Perfect. This is going to store silicon temporarily. This is going to store electronics temporarily. Once this stores electronics, we should be able to build it there. We have it in the sector, actually, so now it's going to go there. Perfect. So this is going to build. I think we'll make... this will be like, say silicon and electronics could go right here. So it's a nice quick jump to get that. We can make this be carbon, and then polymers would still continue to be stored, I think, over on this side. So we want to change this to carbon later if possible. Once this is built, we will be moving this. Let's say carbon and silicon can be here, actually. Carbon and silicon will be here. So all of this stuff should now get transferred into here. Hopefully it all gets emptied out. And then this is already marked as silicon, but maybe we make it something else. Maybe additional carbon. I don't know. Well, I want to get all these resources in so that these things can work. And then when that's done, we have electronic storage dedicated there and polymers here. So we should see both of these manufactories should continue to work. Okay. Valiant, let's take it out. As the Medusa was retrieving the cryopods, a volley of telluric bodies. As the Medusa was retrieving cryopods, a volley of telluric bodies that were orbiting Valiant 1 hit the science ship. Fortunately, no damage was done. The cryopods have been prepared for extraction. So, had we tried to do all of them, we would have been obliterated. You see? There's just a bunch of rocks flying around. We got in, we got out. We got 25 people. We can now extract those. Seems good, man. All right. Taking no risks. Try to get some more carbon if we can as well. All right. Did we get this taken care of, or... I don't think we actually decided on this yet. Yeah. We haven't decided this yet because I wasn't sure if I wanted to send it right through the heart of this place. So I kind of need to move the Tycoon. I think I might move it here. This is a longer trip, I think, to get this stuff than going through this way. I think, maybe. So it's possible that moving the Tycoon here to Plymouth 37, it's further as a trip. Gosh, this is wild. Like, I just feel like we are asking to get obliterated here through the storms. I mean, I know I have that research, but I don't know exactly. I just don't know exactly whether that's going to be enough, you know. All right, let's go into stability. We have the DLS center, and I want to pop that right here. So I've moved. You might notice that this has been shifted since the last video. I've shifted our mess hall to here and had this little road that goes back like this. And so this can be where our DLS center is. And so I'm going to take, in this sector, I'm going to go in activate waste management in both of these. And I need to have the DLS Center for policies. I'm wondering if this only governs the policy for the sector that it's in. In other words, do I need to actually make this somewhere else? I don't know that yet. I do think, though, that we're going to need more iron storage potentially here, too. We got carbon, we got silicon there, and then this needs to be emptied out for alloy storage. I need more alloy storage over here, too. So maybe we leave this as alloy storage, actually. That could be okay. Then the silicon could be taken out of here and brought over here, but this is already full, right? So we will be working the silicon, though, so it's not going to be full forever. There's actually 135 in storage there, too. Let's keep going on the housing. We'll take, let's say, this row here. Let's remove these 4. Remove the 6. Remove these 6 housing. We'll get aggressive with this really quick. There's only 4 homeless in Sector 1 by doing that. So we'll add this one. We have lots of alloy storage in Sector 1. Most of the alloys just go here anyway. So they can be used on the exterior of the ship. We're up to almost 500 alloys in storage with almost 1,000 iron in storage too to work it. So I like Sector 2 processing all this iron and stuff. I think this is working really well as sort of a specialized sector. But I can't get the bonuses for being specialized unless I get that DLS center in here. So I'm also considering like maybe getting rid of one of these insect farms and putting the DLS center here. You know, I think that's probably a good idea. Go ahead and do that really quick. Go ahead and eliminate these 2 and these. Actually, let's do these 4 houses. We'll just have the 4 houses aligned up through here. And then since we do have a good amount of food, although I'm not seeing the quantity of food rise any faster, I imagine that's probably because of storage limitations. We could fix that if we merge the food storage from this side. Let's say we change this to food, change this to electronics. We can offload the food into here. Wait, no, we don't want to do that, do we? All right, let's make this food storage right here. We'll do food storage here since we don't have a whole lot of ice. And then what we'll do instead is we'll get rid of these 2 storage buildings. We should see this go back to food for a second. We should see all the food get emptied out of here and get out of the way so I can put a medium food storage right here. But the medium food storage is going to require electronics as well. So let's get 2 electronics. I don't have storage for it, of course. That's the whole, yep. That's the whole shindig, isn't it? I need storage for it. Change this to electronic storage. And then we're going to put in the medium food storage right there. Get the alloys unloaded. And if I shut this off, we should see the alloys only come out of this one, which should give me the ability to change this to what we need instead. Although we've already unloaded all the... Yeah, we've already done that, haven't we? The shuffle is the hard part. It's just trying to shuffle everything around. It sucks. Okay. Here's what we can do instead. We will turn this on and make it temporarily alloy storage so that they will bring alloys there. That will get this transition so it can be electronics. There we go. And then now we can bring 2 electronics into this sector, which will then get distributed to these 2 buildings really quickly, I would think. There we go. That's 1. And that's almost... I need this one first, guys. Come on now. High priority. Let's go. I think Sector 2 is actually marked as a minimum of 1. Yeah. So we'll move that to a minimum of 1 here, like that. So now we should get this done now. Once that's completed, there we go. Now I can switch this back to other things that we needed. So this is going to be food. We're going to make these 2 ice. Let's have this go back to being alloys so that this could be waste. And then once this is waste, we'll turn this on. So we'll be generating alloys from the waste at that point. We can actually do something with waste at that point. So the DLS center is complete. Let's take a look at this. So we have to have a DLS center in the sector we're working. So what we could do here, policies, normal propaganda. One policy allowed every 15 cycles. Normal propaganda, food, working hours, death, disposal of corpses, body recycling, turned into waste. Conditional on waste recycling policy being active. Okay, so waste. We have waste recycling or waste destruction. So let's do waste recycling. Implement new policy, waste recycling in Sector 3. Stability will be -1. Waste can be stored in stockpiles. After setting this policy, you will have to wait 15 cycles before another policy can be set. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we can't select any of these other policies, right? So, but we can get food. Starving population. I was thought maybe we could do specializations. Yeah, no specialization unlocked. A sector automatically gains bonuses when it contains a certain number of building type. Okay, so that's an automatic thing. So now we can store waste. And so we can go ahead and store waste here and turn this building on. And when we do that, this should now be alloy storage. There it goes. This is going to be turned into food storage in a second. So food here. And then we can turn this back into ice and this back into ice. And this one is electronics, which I don't really think we need. But since we have these two on ice, I guess that's fine. Now this is gonna be waste. So now we'll turn this on. So now we can take waste and process it into alloys. And holy crap! Okay, up to 100 no, this is the resources available. Okay, I'm just misreading this. Okay, so 1 waste equals 1 alloy, which is pretty good. Or we can choose different resource types, which I can't imagine using these, like especially electronics, to create waste alloys. Although if I do this, it's 5 waste for 1, 3 waste for 1, or 1 waste for 1. Nah, 1 for 1 is just flat better. This does take 20 people though. That's expensive. We'll turn it off for now because I don't think we have a need for it yet. We need more water badly. So we're actually gonna start dropping on food here. This does not have the required water to properly function, right? So we're gonna have a problem with this if we don't get water back in here.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Speaking of ice and stuff like that, I think we can go ahead and destroy this. And we'll go ahead and let's turn this stockpile here into the electronics for now. We can move the electronics over to here. So move this, and then we'll go ahead and destroy this. That will move over here. And now I'm going to take and make ice storage. So let's make ice storage right here. U will be for ice. So now when we find ice somewhere out here, when we find ice, like right here, for example, we can then bring it in and continue getting that food up. As we need. We'll put high priority on that asteroid right there. Let's see. No notifications. Tutorial, sectors. Hi. What's this for? Policies. Okay, so policies are sector-specific measures you can take in response to various crises. They impact the living conditions of the crew within the sector. For example, they might change the sector's working conditions or resource management strategy. The sector's policies can be accessed once a data listening center has been constructed within it. Be aware of the cooldown. Keep in mind that you will not be able to change policies as often as you'd like, and you will have to wait between each policy set. Yeah, we know that stuff already. Okay. What do we got going over here, Chevy? Oh, I keep forgetting that I haven't done that yet because it's over there, and I want to move before I do it. Maybe we... Like, that's a hard thing to remember, okay? Medusa. I'm going to send you... Let's go back. Let's go back here. I'll send you around to DeVille. Yeah, we'll send you around to DeVille, and then I'll move the Tycoon over here so that we can get all this stuff delivered that way. I still want to avoid problems from this side. I still think it's a good idea to avoid problems. And maybe even I can move the Tycoon to here. No. I can move it to here, but that's still gonna be a problem. I can move it through the storm and just bring it right to Chevy, but that seems like the worst idea. So I think it's gonna go here. We're gonna go to Plymouth 37. So let's get we'll get Medusa to return to the Tycoon, and then we'll head out to DeVille after that, and then we'll move Tycoon over here. It's probably a good idea, I think. Dead Earth sickness. Again? The crew lives in anguish, having spent too long in a planetary system unsuited for our ongoing objectives, resulting in an increase in severe... Like, come on now. Come on now. You guys are just... You're kicking my ass here, you know that? You're really kicking my ass. I just don't have the room for all these buildings. I want more farms. I guess I'd have to put it here, which leaves me barely enough room for another field. It does technically leave room for it, though. So, because we'd be able to do this, and then we'd be able to do something like this. I'd be able to go food here, right? And then from that, I'd be able to plop the field like this, here, and then here, 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 and then continue to connect it around and put other buildings here. So this does technically work. So we'll pause this, assuming we get enough ice to even manage that. We'll pause that. But I do want this alternative life center built now because we need happiness. Yeah, we need happiness. Let's keep electronics flowing too here. We'll send all electronics we get to Sector 3, I guess. This doesn't have any waste, so no big deal. We need the waste to be transferred. So in order to do that, like these buildings here will accumulate lots of waste, right? There's lots of waste in here. So we need storage for waste in here, which means I need one of those centers in here too. So I'm going to have to remove one of these insect farms, I guess. And I didn't want to, but I'll have to do it. Let's move this insect farm out of here. We'll put the facility here instead. Yeah. We got iron there. We already have 2 iron storages over here, which is pretty good. Carbon is fine. Silicon is fine. This thing can't make up its mind, but it'll eventually just be nothing but alloys. I think we're okay here. One thing I don't have in this sector is cryopod storage. So I think I'm going to shift this to cryopod storage. That way we can get this in here, and then it immediately gets exported. It just goes in, and then it gets exported over here. And then once it's exported over here, it then starts to open up. Okay, good. So we have negative sentiment in Sector 1 now. This dead earth sickness thing is kicking my ass. This should make people happy in 3. This is still neutral, so like finding a way to do this would be a challenge too. Why don't we get rid of this road really quick? And then we'll, for the sake of stability, we could put a Murdoch Memorial in here, but then I still have to take out more food. We have like 3 different structures to make people happy in here. All right, tell you what we'll do. We'll put this here, which takes electronics. It's expensive. We'll get rid of this building for housing. Sector 2 is 46 homeless, so we also need to start looking at converting a lot of this housing here too. So actually, before we tear this down... Oh, can I not take it back or what? I guess I can't take it back. Well, we could also just put an optimized housing right here. There's room for it, I think. Right? If I put optimized housing right here. Yeah, there's room for that. We can make that work. If I move the infirmary, I could get it here. See if they break it down properly. So anyway, I need to have storage for waste in here, and I can't store waste unless I have the policy, which is so weird. Like, just the ability to not be able to select storage for waste unless you have a policy. I just find that to be kind of annoying. It just seems like a needless restriction. You're storing waste. Like, just dump it in a pile. Why do you need a policy for that? It's got to be a balancing decision. It's the only thing I can think of. Medusa, go to DeVille. And then we're going to move Tycoon to Plymouth 37. This takes 3.2 cycles. We have 2.4 worth here, 1.6 here, and 2.4 here. So people are going to lose power. We're going to lose trust. We already have a trust problem. So not a good time to move then. Need batteries. More batteries needed, I guess. I can always place it back here. I wonder if this will fit. This is the same amount of space. One of these is what we need for that DLS center. So I know if it fits, that the mess hall fits, and that's what's going here, is where the mess hall is. So once this house is gone, I can put this here, which means I can put the DLS center here. Which means I still need to break down these houses. For some reason, I cannot click this. There it goes. Too late, though. They've just now started to break it down. So we're going to need to optimize housing here. I think instead of going long ways with this, because if I do a house this way and this way, then the other one's got to go this way, right? Like, we can still fit as many in here, but I can't do it here. So one of these houses is going to have to just, you know, be sitting there. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to remove these two houses for now. We should have the storage for these alloys. They can all be stored here. For some reason, 5 silicon is still there. Guess we're not done processing it there yet. Come on, guys. Tell them what they need. Tell them what they need to hear just got unlocked. So we should be more efficient with hull repairs at this time. DeVille's going that way. How are we doing on colonists? We have 45 colonists. 10 are in space. No. Just 10 people are in space. Yeah. But 45 colonists, we should have 60. At least that was the idea, is to have 60. Train 15 colonists. Apparently I didn't send enough of them. So let's take some people from... well, there's still 15 non-workers in Sector 3. But in any case, we'll do non-workers from 1 and bring them to 3. And we'll say that we want like another 15 brought here. This will give us more colonists so that we can train them and get that stuff done. Yeah, get that stuff done on DeVille. So we have a lot of homeless here. We gotta work on this. No, it's Sector 2 right here. So let's build this like that. There we go. This is gone, so let's get the DLS brought in over like this. Looks like I'm gonna need... Oh, no way. Oh, no way. That blows. I can't get that there. Yeah, there's very little way to get that. I guess I have to move the infirmary. And then I have to place it here with the road going behind it. That's the only way to do this. I have to get rid of that infirmary. Infirmary's gone, which means people won't be able to be healthy here for a while. Health is going to be a problem. Let's say... I really want to just move this battery. I'm going to break down the battery, too. We're going to do a little bit of remodeling. I mean, we gotta. It's just the way it is. Gotta remodel this place. Apparently, I can't... What? Oh, I'm in... Oh, okay, so you have to be completely over the sector. There it is. Now you can't do a thing in other sectors, so... I thought for sure the footprint was the same as this. But it's not. It's one tile bigger. In both directions. Damn. Okay, so this road has got to come back behind this. And it's going to go right up against this, and this is how we're going to get that in there. So DLS center is going to go... Come on. Break this down, guys. You can do it. maybe you can't. There's actually a lot of alloys probably going into this. Let's really quickly. Why does electronics take so long to make? 0.33 per cycle? Come on now. It takes forever to make this, you know. Let's temporarily turn that into alloy storage so we can just empty these out quicker. I need this now. DLS center. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Done. Okay, so we'll now take and move you almost. Yeah, I can be here. Sorry. It was still red, and it's because I just have to move it. All right, this battery. What we're going to do with this battery. Hang on a second. Can I somehow get... If I can eliminate this road entirely, that's a good opportunity for space. Can I eliminate this road entirely? Might be able to do that by taking the DLS center and going like this with it. Like this with it. Yes, like this. So if I position it here instead, now this road can go all the way back, hook up to that battery. Then we get this hooked up. Then we go around this way. We actually get both roads. But the thing about this is that we now get a road that goes this way. And now the battery replacement can be positioned here. So we don't have access to this road, but that's still, I think, a better situation. And now we don't have an infirmary is the only problem. So I think I'm going to have to make room for the infirmary. What I'm hoping for is that the infirmary... All right, it looks like it takes up the space of 2 houses. So if I remove these 2 houses, I could place the infirmary here. And with the increased capacity of the larger houses, I think that'll ultimately end up being okay. So we remove these 2 houses. We put in more efficient housing there. We can also, if we wanted to, remove this road, slide this, or get rid of these 2 houses, remove this road, put up more efficient housing here, and then still have room for the infirmary there. But that would require basically all of these guys to have to go around. Well, they could go this way to get into here, or they could go all the way around to this way to get into here, but they just wouldn't be able to cut through this, which may not be a big deal. There's not really a whole lot of reason to go between this. I'm not opposed to this entirely. It's just it makes this road not accessible. I'm trying to see like how many people actually use it. There was a trip there made, but they could have easily went that way instead. They didn't have to keep going this way. So it's and they can also get around like that. So I think this road actually is a little bit pointless. We don't need this road to exist. But because that road doesn't need to exist, we can take down these 2 houses as well. Let's put in this there. We'll take down these 2 houses, put efficient housing here, or optimized housing here, and then remove this and put the infirmary down. Or put the infirmary down first because we probably have sick. No, nobody's injured. Nobody's injured yet, so we don't need to worry about it just yet. How are we doing on the map? Science team's probably not doing much right now because we don't have enough colonists yet. Anything else I can search for the probe? Any more silicon? Any more... I mean, I take anything, but ice is something I definitely need more of. I'm always open to grabbing more ice. I feel like we're going to have to start scavenging hydrogen soon because, you know, different power and everything, right? Part of me wants to start looking at storing hydrogen just for having it. Yeah, we just don't have... There's not much going on over here. There's a spot right here which looks like it'd be pretty optimal. Right? Like this. There's a spot there that we can definitely scavenge from. We just have to move, right? So, yeah, I need to move the Tycoon. And then I need electronics to be here. Are we getting electronics in this sector? Say a minimum of 1. I don't have storage for it. How did that happen? Storage here. Still with the iron doing what iron does. Electronics. Can we please kick this out? Bring it over here, please. Oh, this is finally being built. So we needed an electronic for there. That's why. Let's make this electronic storage for a second. And then move this back to being polymers. We don't need cryopods right now. We'll have to just kind of move it around as we need it. But this is going to get built. And that's going to let me have... Maybe this could be waste. Yeah, actually, maybe this could be waste instead. If we transition... 327, 326. So those are basically full. So I need to break these down and get them moved over into the bigger one. Put that house there. And then we can delete this. And let's delete these two. The goal is basically let's use all of the alloys in this sector, right? Let's use all the alloys available in sector 2 so that I can get one of these storages to transition into waste. Maybe over here. Maybe this one could be waste. We have this now, so let's get the policies, and we'll do waste recycling as a policy here. It does reduce stability, but we can now hopefully grab this and make it waste. Good. Now the waste from all these factories should now get transferred to here. There it is. And now what we should be able to do, it took forever to do. It's really... I don't like how the storage system works, but I guess I don't know an alternative to it. You know, it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't like it, but I don't know how to fix it to make me happy, right? Waste, we're going to say 0 waste in this sector, and we want to have max waste over here. Send all of your waste to sector 3. So the storage needs to exist. I think that is the core thing of that I don't like. I don't like that the storage has to exist in order for exports to happen. Like, why can't we just take it directly out of this facility and bring it over here? Why does it have to go here first and then immediately go over here? It's so inefficient. I want it to just go directly, right? And perhaps that's what the train station is for, right? Speeds up crew transfer, also allows for the expansion of some buildings' influence in all sectors, which I guess that doesn't work for what I was thinking. And that's apparently very end game stuff too. Over here looks like I can actually do it again. So we got waste recycling as a thing. We could do body recycling as well, which is -1 stability again. Working hours, we can do intense, which is less stability, or we can do supported, which is more stability, but it requires more workers. Food being generous. 1 food feeds 5 people instead of 10. Yeah. We have propaganda. We're doing that for extra 2 stability. This is good. I like this. If we do no propaganda, we can actually have policies every 10 cycles. But I think body recycling is next. So when people die over here, it's going to get sent here for waste. Now we can start the waste processing. And we're going to be overworked here, which sucks. I need to get people transferred here if possible. So 214, 265. We just need more people. Definitely need more people. Overworked is not something I want right now. Let's just store the waste for now. I don't want overworked. And then we need to do this now too. So let's take this, go there.
Whose trust in your leadership is falling?
Yeah, I see that. It's definitely falling. I got it. I think maybe if I start getting people to not be homeless. No, stability is here. This is negative, so I need to do something here. Let's see what we got going on. This is all from permanent shit. That's all it is. Everything about that is just the permanent stuff that's in my way. It's really sucky. Maybe we can get... I think we have to get one of those... one of these in this sector too. Are you? You are able to fit here. Yes, you are. You can fit here because there is a gap right here. That means that you can go away and I can put one of those DLS things right there. Because there's propaganda. And that's +2 stability. That should help, you know, a lot. I think that'll help a lot. This house going up means there's only going to be 21 homeless. And then we need to get, I guess, these 2 houses broken down like that. And we'll go in and get that house more efficient. These are already more efficient. I think that's all my houses in this sector. There's not really a whole lot of housing in this sector. So, but the thing was, I had it balanced already to where we didn't need any more housing. What I need is more power. I can always shut down facilities while we travel. That's not a big deal. Especially these things. Like, I can shut down 3 of these while we travel. That'll make the sector last a lot more. Last a lot longer. So that's no big deal. Population infirmary. It's just got to go here. Yeah. It's a shame that there's... This is another one of those situations where I could technically remove the road. I still wouldn't have enough room. Nah, it's just not space. This isn't spaced out very well, unfortunately. If I could go back and do it over again, this road would go right here, and then this would slide over up against this, and then that would give me more room on this side. And I guess that wouldn't really matter that much. Yeah, I don't really think that would matter that much. DeVille, can we do this? 60 colonists. Okay, here we go. So, we want to establish an advanced Nyakan colony infrastructure here. We have 60 colonists, so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll send Mule to do it. Why do I only have 3 ships available? Probe has been lost due to space weather. Oh, the probes can be lost due to space weather. And why do I only have... Okay, so I've been losing cargo ships too. See, that weather, man. We got to stop doing this. I have to build 3 more ships. Yikes. They've been trying to gather resources in the storm. It looks like they did a pretty good job, though, because these are all available. Like, these don't need to be collected anymore. But if I move the Tycoon here, we can get this stuff. We can get this stuff without having to go through it, right? We just don't have to go through the storm anymore. Get this stuff here. I think we got to do it. So I'm going to say Tycoon moves to Plymouth 37. Takes 3.2 cycles to do this. And I can shut down steel processing to keep Sector 2 going well. I can shut that down. So let's shut down this for a little bit. We just won't process steel for a little bit. Let's shut down some of our insect farms. We could shut down our probe launcher. And we could even shut down the tech lab, but I think I'm going to leave that for now. This can go here. Yeah, we could just go right up against it. I'm fine with that. Like that. We could even clean this up and do a double, but nah, it's good. So this will now be spreading propaganda into this sector, which hopefully will restore trust, because we have a trust problem, clearly. Batteries still going. We're traveling through space, taking hull damage on the travel. I just love watching this thing travel through space. This is so cool. Just like... It's very cool. Right there. Right there. I just want that little lens flare, right? Just a little J.J. Abrams magic right there. Okay. So that's happening. You can see it traveling on the map too. And these ships look like they actually stick with us. So now we can just gather these things very fast. All the ice really fast. But I want to be able to get this stuff and this stuff without having to go into the storm. This stuff here without having to go into the storm. And then now we can go ahead and get around to this and send a science team and all the shipments and stuff over here, right? We can now do this, I think, without having to worry about the storm as much. And then if we launch a probe right now, see, because we're over here now, I think we're going to be able to get into this area to investigate this with just less storm travel. I mean, there's still some storm, but You see it's working its way out slowly. We can probably get there just a little bit safer. Oh, we don't have the prolomer active, of course. All right, so let's see what this looks like now. Everybody's hating us because they're going to lose power. Just temporarily. There we go. So now we're here. Batteries are charging. We've now arrived over on this icy world over here. So now we're kind of in a completely different spot in the system over in Plymouth 37. So now I think we could probably launch this probe. Certainly we can get this stuff with no problem now. We can get a shipment over here with very little risk. There's still some risk to the probe over here, but I think it's less than what it was before, I think. So let's go ahead and get this stuff turned back on, start processing this stuff again. Get this back on so I can launch a probe. We'll get the insect farm back on, at least one of them, and then this just needs electronics. So I need to send the electronics here. Somebody needs to send me electronic so that can be built so that I can get the sentiment to not be negative anymore, because Sector 2 is happy. Why are they happy? Propaganda. -1 from policy waste, but +2 from propaganda. And then over here, we have neutral. We're getting -1 from the death and the waste, but we're offsetting that with +2 propaganda. So we're neutral here. So all I really need to do is stop this from being negative, and just building this will be enough to keep it positive. We don't have to implement any policies here if we don't want to. It's just enough to keep it going, which is nice. Okay, we need one more housing. We actually need more than one more housing, but we can do this right here. Ooh, actually, I might be able to fit... Can I fit you here? Can I fit you there? No, still not. Damn. Really just can't win, can I? I should be able to... No, I should totally be able to fit this here. Yeah, I can do this. Let's get rid of this. Don't do this yet. Take the infirmary. We're gonna place this here instead. Infirmary goes here. Now, this still needs a road here, right? So it's still not perfect, and we still can't put an advanced housing right here. But what this does is it allows me to put the level 2 housing here, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I would have had it... That's about the same, isn't it? Okay, so yes, I thought I was clever. Turns out I just can't do math. Whatever. We needed the infirmary. We're gonna put it back in here instead. And then this house gets broken down. We put another tier 2 housing here. And then that should take care of everyone's housing needs. We should not have to worry. At that point, we should not have to worry about homeless in this sector. We have optimal working conditions here. Here we actually have more people over here than we need, so we can send them over to Sector 3. Say 20 people, workers from 1 to 3, go. Very nice. We now have fleet. We need you to focus on things. I want ice. Give me ice. That's what you're focusing on for now. Those 3 ships are all about the ice. And we're going to prioritize stuff that is close by, because there's no reason for you to go really far away when I need it right now. And so we'll prioritize these collection points, and then you can go over... I guess I already prioritized this, didn't I? So here, we'll do this. Maybe you'll stop in mid-journey. Looks like you will. No, it doesn't look like you will. Well, you'll do this once, and then you'll go after the closer ones after that. Did I lose that probe again? No. I never launched it because I just turned it on. The probe launcher wasn't on. So it's right here, I think, is the best spot. We'll see if that probe has a problem. Whether it gets lost in the storm or not, I don't know. Okay, so we're bringing in the ice now. That's what they're on about. Sector 2 still down. Housing? Yep. So we need this. Yeah, I need that road gone. I do. I need that road gone. This road is going to be eliminated, at least to here. So so that I can place another house here. This will hold 40. This will hold 15. That's not enough. Still gonna have a homeless problem. Well, we're gonna have to take down one of these insect farms. I need more housing, so yep, let's do it. And we'll place this, I guess, a long ways here, and maybe we can get one here. I don't know. We can definitely get this to be here for sure. And then on the back side, by doing that, I believe we'll have enough housing for one more right here. Yeah, we will. We'll have enough for 2 more houses like that too. So now if people want to get over here, they have to go around. This is where they're stored, so they're going to have to go, this is the path. So when they get their electronics made, polymers, etc., they're going to come out of these structures, and they can go this way and around straight through there, right there, or they can come down here. But they can no longer pass from this road to this road unless they're going all the way around. Which I think is fine, because this is mostly a directional route. Like, there's not really a whole lot of need for them to do that, I don't think. And then Sector 3, how are we doing on building up for waste? So we're up to 57 waste here. We have optimal working conditions for now, although this is going to take 20 people. If I switch this on, we'll have extra hours, but we're going to also start getting more alloys, which should be a good thing. We have both of these on. This is for ice. This is for food. I think we maybe go, since this is my food sector, I want to hoard food here and have it shipped. So no, I think this is okay. Yeah, the way we are is fine. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. We'll just activate these 2 pods so we can send the alloys here. Better. Did we get it? A probe, did you make it through? It looks like the probe made it through this time. That's pretty good. So now that we're over here, let's go ahead and say we want to establish the infrastructure. And we'll have one of our new Vitakakil. I don't know what it's called. We'll have you. I know that's not how you say it. We'll have you go around, and hopefully that path, as we see it, hopefully will be around the storm, and we'll go to Chewy without any incidents. At least I hope. Is there any more ice points of interest? Iron, something, anything good? There's ice over here, I guess. We could go get a probe to get that ice. And obviously we need to go over here to the Protagoras too. So that's why we have the people over here. So the Medusa, once it's done in Deville, we're going to send it to Tatra V8, not Tatrava. Although, you know, that 8 could easily be an A. Come on. Tatra V8. We'll send you here. You're going to get this. And then off you go here. And then there's actually 45 polymers to grab from Mac R, which is, of course... Okay, stop. What in the actual hell is this? Well, we're going to lose this ship too. This is an upgraded ship. Wish I could see that. How does the game decide where to spawn the pop-up, I wonder? You don't have any actions, but like, why are you going the most dangerous possible route? My God. The pathing needs to be more intelligent, right? You need to be more intelligent to go around this way instead of going around this way. It's the same. Like, look at this. From here to here, you're almost directly across the star. Just wrap this direction and it's safe. They need to do that. Same thing here. Look at this. These mining vessels are going right through the heart of the storm. You could go just a little bit wider to avoid this, but you won't do it because you're not smart enough to do that. We're so close to having the solar panel upgrade. We just need more science. And then, yeah, I think maybe we could do Legislative Strengthening Center next too. This would allow me to have more policies in place, because if the policies I put in place will drop the stability below 0, this will provide +2. We can make the science teams go faster. There's a gateway. Electronics cost required to unlock new sectors is reduced by 30%. That's pretty good. Tech lab, personal computer, research speed by 20%. I don't need... the speed isn't the issue. It's the amount of science that I have is the issue. And then we could also maybe do... What's the most important thing to do here? Probably shaping worker behavior. Probably. Efficiency is great, right? We want efficiency above everything else. We'll do this. We'll get more efficient repairs. But I suspect we're going to lose this ship because it's being an idiot. And I suspect we may even lose one of our miners, although they do have the ability to do that self-welding stuff too. This cargo ship is fine, and that's good because it's sending things to the Chevy. But yeah, I suspect we're going to be losing ships here. I mean, I can't believe this thing just got through that entire storm. Wow. Maybe it's not so stupid after all, is it? All right. I think I'm good here, guys. I think this video, another hour of IXION. I hope you've enjoyed this hour of IXION with me. Thank you so much for watching. I very much do appreciate it. I hope you guys will hit the like button. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. There is clearly more to do here. I'm going to have to move the Tycoon probably to here to get this stuff properly. In fact, I probably should do that. Probably should tell them not to scavenge. Really not. I should have probably told them not to do this yet, but it's kind of too late. We're already sending things here. Hopefully when the colonists go... Is that really what's going to happen?
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Are you going to send... I hope it doesn't send the colonists like this. I hope it does it like this instead, but I think it's probably going to do that. It's going to go like that. Which means I should have stayed on Falcon 74 to do that. Son of a gun. Due to a strike. We have a strike in Sector 1. So when we come back for the next one, apparently this propaganda isn't good enough. They're neutral, but they're overworked. That's why. They're overworked in Sector 1. Somehow they got overworked in Sector 1. Those who show indifference, who sow indifference, reap riot. Continued indifference to the problems of the Tycoon's crew, riots have begun on the station. So when we come back, we'll deal with riots. Isn't that fun? Okay? I'll leave you with that cliffhanger. Take it easy. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.